Kubor ka Batesi TV. Lawan da shapi da ka Orange Nissan Loom so po near Fire Brigade Shillong.
Menteri Rangba jong kajela Konrad Kongkal Sangma ulaong baga sorkar kan Khyrwit deka Tyngeh iki badan keti ha ka Pynbthei bom halaj umkra badulaong baki badan keti kinam laj satya na keti jong ka an Konrad Sangma ula penken mau ya ka jingjia ka balajia ha police reserve ha clearian badulaong bahagani ka jingjia baro ki badan keti kila syak kemlut badula pentikna baka jingjia ka balajia ha clearian kadai ka balale deka seng HNLC pat minta ka kenti pan ulaong ba usuyoi ya ki message baka HNLC hanrai yakani laban pentikna hadin baki pulit kindayo kem ya ki badan keti haba keli la ka sorkar kan khotni am ni ka HNLC shakamye jong ka jingya kren yasuk Konrad Sangma ulaong ba ka jingya kren kala ban long tang la da ka HNLC ka wan ban pendem waj bat ka jingya kren ru ka dai ban long ka ba klem da bo kindon.
We had in fact after the incidents that took place in Khyrwit many weeks back and before also in different occasions, the Intelligence Department and the wing of the police department and the police department as a whole had been working very, very aggressively on this particular blast that took place earlier in Khyrwit. And in the process, a large number of the sleeper cells and people who were involved in these blasts, in fact all of them were arrested and all of them were neutralized in the sense that they were all arrested. So neutralized could mean other things, but here we're talking about arrest. So all of them were arrested. So all the people involved in those blasts were arrested, and that of course led to maybe the reactions that we're seeing now. But as I said, firm action has been taken in the past. All the people involved in all the past incidents have been caught, and we will ensure that all the people who are involved in this particular incident or anybody who will be a threat to anybody, any citizen of the state, will not be spared. There are, in fact, the Intelligence Department has been working very aggressively. As I said, because of the hard work of the Intelligence and the Police Department as a whole, all the people involved in the bomb blast in Khyrwit have been arrested. Khyrwit means you're talking about the cement company, you're talking about the flag hoisting that took place, you're talking about the police premises where the bomb blast took place. All the people involved in all these incidents have been arrested. So the Intel Department has been working very aggressively. But yes, this incident took place, which is very unfortunate. But as I said, we are sending a very, very strong and firm message to all those involved in this, that none of them will be spared. They are basically sleeper cell, overground workers, and people who have been actively involved and in communication. We have all the information and details with us. I will not be able to share all of them, but all this information is all with evidence. It is only one part of the entire information that comes in. Wherever CCTVs are available, we will use that and we will get the information of that. But there are many other sources and ways in which we collect information. So all those channels will be used. And as I said, we will ensure that those people involved will be brought to justice. Yes, it is. And in fact, that is the reason why, as I said, a large number of arrests have been made in the last many weeks, especially after the blast that took place in the police premises in Khyrwit. And therefore, once we started doing that exercise, a large network has come out in front of us, and we have been taking action against all of them. And as I said, a large number have been arrested. And now with this incident happening, more in fact detailed investigation will happen, and all those involved in it will be brought to justice, as I mentioned. So we are going to take a really firm stand on this, and as I said, we will be very, very firm on our action against people who are involved in this blast. In the past incidents that took place in Khyrwit, yes. And we have in fact investigated and we have found evidence and we have caught the people. In this incident, we have only seen the messages that they are claiming, but we will do thorough investigation and find out who really is behind this, and then only it will be appropriate for me to comment. This is an incident that, yes, should not have happened. This is an incident where we have seen that it's been preceded by large number of extortions being given to people, and therefore it looks more like a racket of extortion that they're trying to create, and this is something that we will not allow at all. So therefore there are a few people who are trying to do this, but I want to assure the citizens of our state that we will, as a government and as a police, we will take firm action and will ensure that the safety of our people and the citizens of our state. As I said, we have been very clear that they should surrender, and then we'll discuss on other matters. And whatever discussions we have with them will only be based on them moving towards peace and ensuring that all discussions take place within the constitutional framework of the country. We are ready to discuss with them if they are surrendering and coming forward to discuss with them, but we don't want any kind of conditional talks out here. They must surrender and they must come forward and want a discussion with us. We are ready to talk, but it has to be an unconditional talk, and it has to be a talk that is very much within the constitutional framework of the country. Well, I don't know the story which you have connected now with the deceased militant. I don't know the story of that. But there were some incidents which of course came out in the press also in the last few weeks. But as you're aware, the West Karo Hills and the other Western Range police officials have neutralized almost all those cases, and a large arrests have been made, and there is none of them have been able to move forward in those situations. So all of those cases have been neutralized. All the people involved in that have been arrested already in Karo Hills region. Link up something, and just connect two dots and say that, well, there was less patrolling and this has happened. One could, we have, everybody has resources are there which we use in the best way that's possible. So one, if, as I said, for you to connect, say that the manpower is not moving around or something like that with the blast that's happening, it would not be fair to connect all of that. So the incident has happened. It should not have happened. From the government side, as I said, we will ensure that all the investigations and inquiry is done at a very speedy pace, and ensure that all the people who are connected with this will be, as I said, will be picked up, and we'll ensure that very stern message and action is taken. And number two, as was asked by a lot of you, even the security measures will be enhanced in all the locations that are very, very sensitive. So we will ensure that all measures are taken to protect our people.